Welcome back. So we are still on number system. So now we are moving to real numbers. Now, what is real numbers? These are the complete collection of what? Of rational numbers and irrational numbers. That is what we call real numbers. These are the complete collection of what? Rational numbers and what? And irrational numbers. And what are the examples of real numbers? -5, 3, 0.5, exponential, pi, square root of 2. So those are what we call what? Are real numbers. So you get. It's just like everything we did in, if you are just joining us, you have to go and watch the previous video, because I've explained in my previous videos. I explained what we call the natural numbers. We explain what again? Irrational numbers, rational numbers, and integers. So in my previous video, I explained natural numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers. So real numbers is a combination of all of that. Is a combination of all of it. So you see that -5 is under integer. Shey you get? And 3 can also be under what? Natural number. It can also be under integer also. So 0.5 is under rational number, while exponential is under irrational number. Pi, we can also have pi. You can also have square root of 2. So these are what? These are real numbers. Shey you understand? These are real numbers. So that is that. Now, what is prime number? Going to prime number now, these are numbers that can be divisible by 1 and itself only. Prime numbers are numbers that can be divisible by 1 and itself only. Or you can say that they are numbers that only have 2 factors, which are 1 and itself alone. Do you get? So prime numbers are numbers that can be divisible by 1 and itself only. Or you can, in other words, you can say prime numbers, these are numbers that only have 2 factors, which are what? 1 and itself alone. So what are the examples of prime number? We have, the examples are what? 2, 3, 5, 7. You know, when you divide 2 can be divided by what? By 1 and 2 alone. Shey you get? So 2 is a prime number. It can be divisible by 1 and that 2. Shey you get? So prime numbers are numbers that only have 2 factors, 1 and itself, 1 and that number. So 3 can be divisible by 1 and only 3. 5 can be divisible by 1 and only 5. Don't go and pick 4. 4 can be divisible by 1, it can be divisible by 2, and it can be divisible by 4. How many factors? 3 factors. So you see that it's not a prime number again. Shey you get? So 6 is also not a prime number, because it can be divisible by 1, 2, 3, and 6. Shey you get? So these are the prime numbers. These are the examples of prime numbers we have. We have 2, we have 3, we have 5, we have 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, and so on. So they only have 2 factors, 1 and itself alone, 1 and that number alone. I hope you understand. Now, note something under prime number. Note, 1 is not a prime number. If they want to test you in the exam hall and it's an objective question and they ask you, is 1 a prime number? Don't pick 1. 1 is not a prime number. Shey you understand? 1 is not a prime, because you said it has prime numbers and numbers that have 2 factors, 1 and itself. So if you say 1 can be divisible by 1 and what again? Which other number again? Is it not still 1? Is that 2 factor? That's just 1 factor. Do you get? So 1, take note of it. 1 is not a prime number. Now let's go to even numbers. These are integers. When divided by 2, it gives no remainder. Even numbers are numbers that when they are divided by 2, it gives what? No remainder. When people mostly people thought maybe even numbers begins from 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You know, when they ask you, give me examples of even number, you start from 2. No, that's not it. -10 is also an even number, because it can be divisible by 2 without no remainder. It will give no remainder when divided by 2. Shey you get? So -10 is also what? Is also even number. -4, -2. 2 is also even number. Shey you get? 6, 8. Shey you understand? So I have -10, -8, -6, -4, -3, -4, -2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and so on. Shey you understand? So please take note, take note. So these are what? These are even numbers. These are integers that when divided by 2 it gives no remainder. Now let's go into odd numbers. These are integers that when divided by 2 it gives a remainder of what? Of 1. These are integers when divided by 2 it gives a remainder of what? 1. Now what are the examples? The examples are what? Minus 9. If you divide minus 9 divided by 2, you give us what? It will give us minus 4 remainder what? Remainder 1. Minus 4 remainder 1. So minus 7 divided by 2 will give us what? To give us minus 3 remainder 1. Shey easy. So these are odd numbers. Anything that that when divided by 2 it gives you a remainder of 1 are all odd numbers. Do you get? So minus 3, minus 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and so on. So these are what we call odd numbers. If this video has been helpful to you, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, comment, and share. Share to your friends, to your colleagues, to your loved ones, to your family, and share. And please don't go anywhere. Watch my next video. I'll be there to help you.